Very majestic background, Baba.
Yeah, this shit is fake. This is a green screen.
This green screen?
It's a green screen.
Here, my man Rob Acosta. What's good, Rob?
What's up, bro?
All right, Terrence Crawford stops Errol Spence, 9th round TKO. BDA Boxing, they came out with an interview with I'm not sure if he was a doctor or somebody that does neurological.
The neurologist?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he spoke that said Errol Spence, looking at him, watching him fight, listening to him speak, he had signs of neurological damage. Crawford fans was like, oh, y'all making excuses. I knew it was going to be an excuse. Spence fans was like, yo, I could tell something was wrong with him. You're a strength and conditioning coach with knowledge of the body, of course, because it's your profession. What's your thoughts on what he said? Did you watch the interview?
I did watch the interview. I heard it. Yeah. So I'm not a physician, not a licensed physician, but I have experience in neurological disorder knowledge to a degree. My father has Parkinson's. My father got diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2004. So I know the stages of what it looked like prior to what it's, turns out to be afterwards. But the reason why Crawford fans are so bitter about it is because if they feel attacked to the point where they're saying like, oh, you're taking that credit away from that win. No, he still performed great. He still did his job. He still did what he was supposed to do. He carried Spence as long as he can carry him until he had to do what he had to do to finish the fight. With that being said, whatever neurological disorder that Crawford is going through, it's something that he's suffering from neurological disorders, not just from the accident. So his car flipped like almost like a cartwheel sort of effect. He got ejected, landed, whatever. Then let's not forget he had the detached retina. Then he had another car accident right after when the kid T-boned him. He was the passenger. Yeah. So we're talking about variations of different things that's causing brain trauma. So just imagine a person going into that type of incident where it's like your brain or your head tends to shake aggressively, very violent shake, and you're getting these mild concussions. As time progresses, it becomes worse. So you really won't be able to detect anything until later in his career. For example, Muhammad Ali was diagnosed with Parkinson's somewhere between 81 and 84. His last fight was 70. His last two fights was 79 and then 80. He fought Larry Holmes and then he fought somebody else afterwards. Then his symptoms started to become worse, and then he got diagnosed with Parkinson's. So we don't know how far back his symptoms started to show really early. So with Spence, for me, I know you gave me an interview. You interviewed me in 2020, and we talked about it right after the accident. And I was talking about how he could possibly suffer from a PTSD, some brain trauma, and a lot of people gave me shit about it. All right, cool. But as time went, they said, okay, well, he came back and he beat the shit out of Danny and he beat the shit out of Ugas. Yeah, but understand certain things of the fight. Like, understand that when Danny jabbed into the body, his equilibrium was very off. When Danny landed certain punches and he caught it, his balance wasn't the same that it was in the Kell Brook fight, in the Sean Porter fight. When he fought Ugas, Spence has been in the game. That was his 29th fight around that time, where Ugas hit him, his mouthpiece flew out. He stops the action himself, turns around and go get his mouthpiece. So it's already taken a toll psychologically because you're supposed to know better. So even though it's very mild at this point, but it's still something to show. Now, there are studies for Parkinson's patients. I'm not saying that Earl has Parkinson's, but there is studies that when the neurological disorders and brain functions are not in sync, when you smoke weed, it kind of balances a lot of stuff out. So we don't know. He probably was high. But that's no excuse to Crawford. You took the fight. You really knew what was going on. You still, had the outcome that it had. So still credit to Crawford, no matter which angles we looking at. A fight's a fight. You understand what I'm saying? But I do think that Spence doesn't have much time left in boxing. I think he should really focus and consider some other options. And hopefully he makes some good investments in his money where he doesn't really need the sport. Because people are going to forget who Spence was 10 years from now.